Clyde Gray now on the right of your screen in red trunks, 31 years of age, the British Commonwealth and Canadian champion who has fought 3 times for the world title, going the distance against Jose Napoles and Ana El Espada, being stopped by Pepino Cuevas in his last try in 1977. He is by far the most experienced and certainly the toughest test for young Thomas Hearns. With me is Gil Clancy, and you've got to be impressed with Hearns here in round number 5.
Yes, Tim, he's looked very, very good for the first 4 rounds, but remember, this is the first time that he's answering the belt in the 5th round. Every other fight ended within 14 straight knockouts, which is great. However, now is the time when the trainer starts to worry. Can he go the distance? Will he punch himself out? You know, many a sprinter is lost in a stretch. Let's see what happens. Let's see how he does for the rest of the fight with a good old pro.
Hearns is managed and trained by Emmanuel Stewart. Irving Ungerman is Clyde Gray's manager. Lee Black is his trainer. The referee in this fight is Arthur Mercanti out of New York.
I tell you, Thomas Hearns just threw a right hand and then backhanded Clyde Gray. That's a sign of inexperience. He's over anxious, but it's just one of those things that they'll iron out.
6'1", 148 pounds. Gray came in at 148 and a half. They agreed to a 149 limit. And he uses that reach, young Hearns, to keep Gray off. He's been having trouble getting inside through the first few rounds of the fight. One thing about Hearns, Gil, is that he likes to throw punches in bunches. He's working on his combinations and training all the time, and usually when he does come on the attack, he'll put a few together.
I tell you, one of the big mistakes that Clyde Gray is making is when he slips a punch, when he makes Gray miss, he's not making him pay. You've got to punch back. When you make a fighter miss, you've got to punch back. Let him respect you. That way he won't wing. Look at this combination by Hearns. It's just fantastic.
That's a Hearns kind of a flurry you saw right there, and that's why this crowd in Detroit loves him.
There was a time that Gray made him pay. He slipped that right hand and came right back with the left hook. That makes Hearns think a little bit.
Hearns has been fighting since he was 10 years old, so even though he's now just 20, he shows an awful lot of poise.
Yes, he does. He's a bomber. He's looking to get you out of there all the time.
1977 National AAU and Golden Gloves champion at 139 pounds. In 1976, he was a finalist to Howard Davis at 132 pounds in the National AAUs. Under 30 seconds remaining, round 5.
I tell you, Gray has got himself in great shape for this fight. He's really pointed for this one. He just got hurt. He's hurt bad, Tim. He's really hurt.
Look at Hearns go after him. Gray's in trouble here. We're in the final seconds of the 5th round. He has him right in his own corner, doing a job on Clyde Gray. The veteran Canadian Clyde Gray, hurt badly in round 5, rallied well in the 6th round. We scored him even on that one. He got through number 7 with Hearns taking back the kind of dominance he had showed early in the fight. We're in the 8th round. Hearns on the right of your screen in white. The 10-point must system in effect here in Michigan. Chuck Davey is the commissioner here, a well-known boxing name, Gil Clancy. And certainly he's got to be impressed and happy to have young Thomas Hearns in his state because he is an exciting-looking young welterweight.
Yes, he sure is, and he's revived boxing in Detroit. Look at these combinations. How's Gray standing up? We know Hearns can punch.
Hearns going to work on Gray, and you know, would think he'd get arm weary, but look at him throw.
He's really impressing me. He's a dangerous fighter.
Gray still hanging in there, but it's getting tougher. He's way behind in this fight, and he's now taking even more punishment in round number 8. It's scheduled for 10.
Referee Arthur McCanty just took a look at Gray. I think he's maybe thinking of stopping the fight. It's amazing that he's taking this punishment from this kid.
Gray has a slight mouse under his left eye. That came from that action in the 5th round. Looks like he may be bleeding some from the nose now as well as Hearns looking for the kill. Remember, he's knocked out all 14 previous opponents.
Well, you notice, Tim, that Hearns is no longer dancing. He's actually stalking Clyde Gray. He looks like a panther in there right now. No movement, just looking to load up and hit him with that one big bomb. Look at that movement. He's walking in just like a panther.
The 6'1" welterweight, and Hearns, the kind of action fighter you want to be seeing here in the weekly boxing features on the Sports Spectacular. We've got Marvin Hagler coming up, the great middleweight. We've got Pepino Cuevas. And certainly the kind of fighters that we're hoping to feature here each week on the Sports Spectacular.
You know, in his heyday, Joe Louis used to stalk players just like that, just slide in behind that left foot. They both come from Detroit. We may have another Brown bomber.
Thomas Hearns. And stalking is the right word. You used it, Joe Clancy. He wants to land that big one, keep his knockout record intact. 14-0. Next week on the Sports Spectacular, we'll be watching the WBA Featherweight Championship fight. Eusebio Pedroza, Panama, the champion, against Ryu Kobayashi. That'll be direct from Tokyo. We'll have the highlights for you here next week.
I tell you, I think Hearns would have had Gray out of there by now. He's trying to punch a little too hard. When he throws that right hand, he's pulling himself off balance, and he can't come back with the hook. All he has to do is move his hands.
He might be a little arm weary here. This is round 8. That's a long time out there.
No, his condition's impressed me. He's still in condition. He's still dangerous.
Final seconds of the 8th round. Gray just unable to get anything started here against the fierce punching of Thomas Hearns. Got through round number 9 as Hearns stayed on the attack. And Gray certainly realizing, though, that he's got to come up with a knockout himself here if he wants to win this fight. We're in the 10th round. Thomas Hearns on the right of your screen now in the white trunks. And his hope, of course, is to roll up his 15th consecutive knockout. He hasn't been able to do it so far here through 9 rounds against Clyde Gray. He does, however, have the advantage of inflicting some damage to Gray with a bloody nose and swelling under the left eye. And no doubt Hearns will continue to work in those areas.
I'll tell you, I like the way Tommy is moving. Now, this is the 10th round. He doesn't look one bit tired. He is a well-conditioned athlete. This kid could go all the way.
Thomas Hearns, trained, managed by Emmanuel Stewart. And he has excited boxing fans in Michigan.
See, you know, bouncing those legs, he still has it. That's what we look for. Now he's back to his boxing side to side, picking Gray apart. Just picking him apart. Look at this, look at this.
A little Ali shuffle for the Detroit fans, and they love that.
That was the Tommy Hearns shuffle. It wasn't the same as the Ali shuffle.
He's fresh, obviously. What poise, determination, so much confidence for a 20-year-old fighter.
Tell you, Gray never stops trying.
Oh, Gray is going all out here in the 10th round, and you can see he knows what he's got to do, but it's so hard to get inside that long reach.
You know, the thing is, when you throw punches, you leave yourself open. I tell you, in Clyde Gray's condition now, if I was him, I think I'd be moving that head and looking to throw that left jab.
And it's a game show by Clyde Gray, knowing how far behind he is. Hearns would still like to take him out. There it is.
Right hand.
Well, the hand right, but I think it was a punch just before that. It looked like Gray was kind of staggered and off balance. And that long right, he was already on his way to the canvas. We'll take a look at it again on the replay. Arthur Mercanti says that's enough for Clyde Gray. 2-0-3 of the 10th round, a knockout victory. Hearns got his 15th consecutive knockout without a defeat in his young professional career. And he certainly asserted himself now as one of the serious contenders for the welterweight championship. And look at the crowd here in Detroit. Boy, they are excited and happy for their hometown hero, Thomas Hearns.
I like the way he sets Clyde Gray up. It's the movement. Watch the movement. He just takes that one step over, and Gray runs right into that right hand. There's a right hand lead. Back with the left hand, but he's bouncing on those legs all the time. There was a terrific right hand. Now he's stepping over to the right, and whammo, one more time. What a knockout. All right, now Tim Ryan is up in the ring with the winner. Let's go to Tim.
Obviously, he lasted a lot longer, but what did you learn in there tonight from him?
That I really cannot get everybody out.